You are live. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. Today it is cloudy, but cloudy means it's an insulating blanket, so it is only minus 4 degrees Celsius with a wind chill factor that makes it feel like minus 11, which means it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill factor that makes it feel like 12. Yay!
Oh,
But it's
goodness.
still nice. We don't normally have this kind of weather at this time of year in Manitoba. It's usually like minus 20, minus 30, something ugly. Jean's here with us today. We're going to play creative lettering. How are you, Jean?
I'm good. It's 57 degrees in Hobbs, America.
Bah. Hello, Marguerite. Welcome.
Yeah, it's not too bad today. That's why I got up and took my shower early so my hair wouldn't be wet when I go in the garage to work this afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we got some echo. Is that me? It is me. Why am I echoing?
Do you have StreamYard and YouTube open? Have the
No. I
one.
don't have I don't have YouTube running. Hey, Susan, welcome. All right, let's okay. Echo's gone. I don't know what that was. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Okay, Jean has a book that she would like to share with us, so I'm going to make Jean big. I have some off the wall ideas that I would like to try, but I'd love to try Jean's stuff first, so I'm going to make her big. Here we go.
No, I went to the doctor's office the other day. You got to quit making me big.
Sorry. Hi, Belinda.
Good morning, everyone. Hello. For me, it's still morning, so barely, but it is. So I was doing some cleaning in the studio the other day, the other week, a while back, and I found this, and I don't know if it was from a video, from a book, from a class I bought, or what. I do remember the techniques, and these were just some of the different ways that we did. I think I know who it was from, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to say. But these were some of the tips and some of the different ways we did. And then there was that one.
I love that one.
Yeah. And then there's this one. And I have a mistake there. But it's you have to practice to get there. You just
That's
have.
right.
So
Everything's practice.
one of the one of the most important things I think that I've picked up from lettering is when you write something, just like say you want to do a fancy swirly cursive.
Hi,
Uh,
Pixie. Welcome.
Give me a word.
Hello.
Okay. I like little H's. So I just cursively, that's a new word today. I just wrote that. Well, then I'm going to take a little bit thicker pen. And I could do this pen and color it in. But personally, this is
Go
less work.
big or go home, right?
Yeah. I got to turn my little lamp on here. So then you can thick and thin it, add some depth to it. And both of the pins I'm using right now are not permanent. And then, you come in and make it heavy on the bottom, maybe. And then, you just start embellishing it. And it went from this simple little word to a little bit more fancy. It's still not, it could be a whole lot fancier. But, you know, you just kind of thicken it up and then it makes it a little more pretty. And that was one thing. Another thing and here comes the problem. I don't ever use a pencil, so finding one.
Pencils.
And this one is so weird. It's a great, it's a paper mate, and it's a pencil, but the eraser is gummy.
Oh,
I've never had an eraser doing that.
hi,
Okay,
Sherry.
so
That's
now I'm
weird.
gonna
That's
write, because this is a hard one to do. I'm just going to make, I like to use big and little letters. That's just me. That's not that's not going to work for what I was going to do. We'll come back to do something different to that one. Let's do
you're having a day like me.
okay. I'm going to use all caps because I wanted the straight lines. Now I'm going to turn that into a boxed letter, and I'm going to go straight into this. And all I'm going to do is come around and outline the letter. And you do want to write light-handedly because otherwise you won't be able to erase your lines, which I don't even know that I have an erase. I have a gummed eraser here, but I don't know if it'll work on this or not. A kneaded eraser, that's what I want to say. And this is a really good way to get your box lettering. And so I just did that, and then you go in. Let's see if this eraser will work. Yes. It's so funny because Kim said, let's do lettering today. And I actually have my container pens right here. I had to go get nothing for today except another cup of coffee and my water. So there, we took that from just quickly writing it to a fat blocked letter. But then we can even make it a little bit different and make it three-dimensional looking. And you got the thing with this is you got to remember that you're going to do one side or and the you know the one side in the bottom is usually what I do, but you could do the other side in the top or this side in the top. I mean, it doesn't matter. You want two, and I tend to do the left side in the bottom.
Hi, Jen.
And you just kind of think to yourself where all of your lines would be. So it's on this side, so there isn't going to be one on that side. It's on this side, so there's not going to be one in the middle, but it does need to have one up here. And you just, now it's not just a fat boxy letter, it's a real boxy letter now.
I like it. It's shadowing. I like the shadowing.
So I'm not going to sit here and do this other one, but I think you get my idea. If, we'll do like this one right here because we're going to still do this side and the bottom. So we're just going to kind of follow the line. And I do tend to put the lines in first. Now here's kind of tricky because it curves, but what you're going to do is you're going to do it and you're going to kind of taper it up. And the same thing with the bottom here. And technically this side, so you're going to start and kind of taper down to that. So there's just a slight overlap on here because the way the lights would hit it normally, that's where the shadow would be cast. I sound like I know what the heck I'm talking about, don't I?
You do, you do.
I yell buffalo, don't I? So that's that. And then that's the couple of things that kind of comes from this first page here. And I wrote it and then I thickened it and kept on messing with it with all these. And then you can do the tall and thin. And
She's an excellent teacher, isn't she, Pixie? I just appreciate so much when Jean comes and shows us what she does.
I love to write my name as many different ways as possible. So there's kind of tall and thin. And it goes into the next thing that I like. This is probably my very favorite is the mix it up. So I'm going to use 2 lines so it's big enough for y'all to
Hey,
see.
Dana. Nice to see you, hon. Dana says hi, Jean.
Hi.
I like that mix-up stuff.
I do too. And I could still make it smaller and thinner, kind of closer together, but you know,
My thing is I like a font that is legible. Like I see so many people doing journals and everything is just I can't read it. I just have real difficulty, which is strange because I don't normally have, aside from black on white, like a regular book. I just have real something about it.
yeah. Well, I have some things in my art journal that are hard to read. I have to because I've only got limited space and I'm putting in probably a quote that's too big. But it still looks good. Somebody else looking at it may not be able to read it, and I might take a little while to be able to read it, but to just see it as a whole piece, it looks great. So that's my favorite. I love to do this, and I do this enough that when I regularly write, I don't necessarily put capitals in the middle of the words, but I do capitalize more and mix it up a lot. So
I like it.
this is something I used to write all the time when I was experimenting. Now is the time for all good people to come to the aid of their country. I learned that in typing.
Yeah.
So, and then
Whereas the one that I use all the time is all the king's horses and all the king's men. Good old nursery rhymes.
This one, I don't even remember what I did for that. I mean, I really don't. I don't know if there was something, but it comes back from the 70s when we used to write love, and it was just
bubble letters, bubble letters, bubble letters. I was going to talk about bubble letters.
And then write very tiny and spread it out. This one is not as easy to read when it's a big amount of stuff. And it's not something I like very much because why go tiny when you can go big?
Yeah, go big or go home.
And then that one, and then this one.
See, I love the funky. The funky is my style. I really like
this one. This one did have pencil marks in it, so I did put the pencil marks. And there's so many ways that you could probably do this. But I do put down, when I want my words to be swirly or bubbly like this in a bubble, I do put pencil marks down.
That's a good idea. I never do that because of my thing about pencils. But
yeah, I don't use pencils. In fact, I don't know that there is pencils here, mostly because pencil erasers get hard before I ever use them.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it's waste.
Yeah. Teresa scrunches all her letters together. I don't know what I do.
I like that too.
I just write.
So I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's do the funky since that's what you like.
I love funky. You know that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. My age is showing.
And then you can do it any way you want to. But if you're going to do funky,
it better be funky.
And then you can, I'm going to do this kind of like I did before with the first thing I did, because now I'm just going to enlarge it but I'm going to
Teresa.
flourish it a little bit.
Love the angel you did, Teresa. She turned out lovely.
She really did. Is Joni in here?
No, I haven't seen Joni for a while.
Okay.
Her watercolor's coming just fabulous, eh?
Yes. Well, I seen today, just a few minutes ago, she posted a picture of an egg funeral, and I thought it was funnier, and I'll get out. Help
Of
me.
a what?
An egg funeral.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go look.
Yeah, it was cute.
That would go with your butt nuggets, Anne.
So, you just can go in there and enlarge it, embellish it.
You're welcome, hon.
Put the little flourishes on the ends. And see, this is curvy and this one's straight, but I can fix that.
Well, yeah, because you just come back in and do it curvy and just color it because you're filling it in, right?
Uh-huh.
See, I would like to do something like that, but cut it out of scraps.
Of course you would. You and your scraps.
Hey,
So then I would color this in. And then if you thought it needed something, if it wasn't just quite funky enough, I like dots. I love dots.
Me too.
And so I might do something like this in a couple of different places on each letter.
Oh, I like that.
So that can funk it up. Or I do this a lot. Let me finish coloring this one in so I can do the whole letter. And I want this part a little thicker too. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So I do this a lot, but you have to pay attention to which letter you're using it on because it could change the lettering somehow. Like if I did it over here, it might look like an E, but I'll just do little like stitch lines.
Yeah.
And do that in a couple of
I love it. See, Teresa says Kim wants funkadelic. She's right.
Yep.
I love funky. I like whimsy. I like things that make people smile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me smile compared to just...
So...
You can't see my hands. It's a good thing.
So I'm going to do this one. And this is another word I like to write a lot. And then I'm going to do this. A's are a tough letter for me sometimes. I just can't.
They're boring, right? I don't know if it's because it's a triangle. And I mean, I do use triangles. But it's, yeah.
So, and then I can thicken all that up, and that I have that really cool, thing. And you can always grab a Sharpie and thicken it up. I don't actually have one close, but it is definitely something you can do. But you could, when you're doing a letter and you want to thicken it up, it's also good to not always be concerned with the same side. I mean, because then you get a whole different dimension.
Right.
When you're tracing around it to make it thicker, like I did with the U and the K. So, play around. Don't be afraid.
Awesome. I'm glad you like the Tin Man worm. It does look 3D. It almost looks like one of those ribbons. If you paint, you can't see my hands. I'm talking with my hands, guys. Do I talk with my hands a lot? Ron mentioned something about that. He said I popped in on your video and your hands were just going.
My husband has grabbed my hands when I've been talking just to see if I can still talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and there's so much, I mean, there's no way I know it all, and I never will, but you just have to practice. This is just like a large steno pad.
Okay.
And I like the lines. I love to doodle on a grid paper too, but
Oh, graph paper. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Jerry. I do talk with my hand. Oh no.
Yep, you do.
Well, how do I do that if I'm wobble cutting and stuff, guys? Like, oh, am I flashing my scissors around? Like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of my videos to see just how bad that is. Not that it's
Okay,
gonna change it.
you can put us both on and we can play together and see what we can come up with. Maybe
Okay.
we'll come up with our own alphabet.
Oh, cool. Well, one of the things I like to do, word wise, is let me just grab a piece of paper. Piece of paper. And yeah, I'm just using copy paper today because I have spent the last 2 days removing book page backgrounds from those fan crashy flowers that I did, and I'm done. Just done with it. So one of the things I like to do is if we're going to do the word hello, oh, okay, we'll do it this way. So you take a pretty thick marker and you start by writing everything in caps. And then you go over it with small letters. And then you write it. So now what you do is on that big mess is you color in all the spaces. Every space you color however you like. And it just makes it look very happy. I love doing this. Let's put the glasses on so I can actually color in the lines. But this is one of the fun things that I like to do with. And you'll see that I use these in my journals and various things. I guess I could always go in and do polka dots and stuff on it too. Maybe if I used paint instead of colored pencil or marker. And you just go and you fill it all in. And it just makes for a very happy kind of a word. That's great. That's a very strange. I don't know what the heck this is. This is supposed to be pale rose. It looks like gray to me. It's got like no color of pink to it whatsoever. But this is, I'm sure you guys have seen the way I've done this before. You've seen me use them in a journal or something.
I got out my colored pencils yesterday and I thought, why do I have so many different shades of almost the same color when I tend to pull out turquoise, fuchsia, or pink, a lime green, a yellow, and an orange. That's it. I mean, I always go to the same ones.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess I don't have a wide variety. I just have like the regular pencil crayons, but we know that. So then you get something like this, and it's fun.
That's cute.
So that's one thing that I like to do for lettering. And then, of course, I love the bubble lettering because that's the teenage years of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love the bubble lettering too. So, yes. So, what are we going to try playing with?
I don't know.
When my hands are not occupied, I use them talking. Italian children learn to print and do math with large graph paper. They end up with beautiful handwriting. It makes so much sense. It would, Anne, because I mean, isn't that the way people learn to do calligraphy and that kind of thing? They've got these wonderful graphs, and some of them have like the angle that you to follow as well. Jan said that makes sense, and says yes, Jan. For math, it keeps the numbers in the correct column, definitely, which leaves a lot of lots of early learners have trouble with. Definitely, I believe it. It is a simple solution. Slanty paper, yeah, slanty paper. Jean, what are you doing? I can't see you. I'm making you big again.
Oh, I just did the. You said bubble letters, and I hadn't done it yet, so I did it while you were saying that.
Ah, all right.
And then I'm thinking this should be let's go, my favorite pen here. This should be doodled.
I love doodling. That's why I wanted to try things with scrap paper. That's black. I want black. I want a brighter color. So that you know how when you were doing the first part of I can't remember what word it was, but the shape of the first letter was something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to cut out that and have that maybe as the base piece for all the letters in the alphabet. So if I was doing an A, it would be like this. And if it was a B, then the other lines would just be thin and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what I would do for a C or a Q or an O, but I'd like to have some shape like that as the base shape. Can you see that? Like,
Yeah.
makes
Yeah, I
sense?
can.
Okay, so I have to use scraps. That's who I am. I have this. I'm going to try something with a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to start my letter with that. And I'm going to turn the page over and do it on here. How big? And okay.
I will be right. Well, I'm still here. I'm just gonna. I have something somewhere, a book, where I did a bunch of different letters, and I don't know. I don't know where it's at. It's several pages of lettering.
Well, when we did that workshop last year, they had that lady doing the letters with all the, she doodled a whole bunch of pages and they were ready to go. So she could just cut letters out of the page. But I'm thinking I'd like to start letters with something like that and then go on from there. Does that make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. I'm really tired of this clear glue. I might just end up dumping it and filling that with my real glue because seriously, that is so sticky and makes such a mess. This is done. Something somewhere, story of your life. Oh, well, you guys know how I roll. Everything is in a safe place in my world. Okay, so this is just an Amazon glue stick. I don't want to turn that onto my mat. Okay. So now what would I use? Green or orange? What are we going to turn this into?
A K.
Pardon?
A K.
A K. Well,
I think you know how to make those.
I do know how to make a K, but what do I want to do? You know, that has definite possibilities. I am just using a Bic marker.
I can hear your marker on the paper.
I know that's the same kind of scritchy that I get with pencils. It's not something I'm a big fan of. Not a big fan. Okay, so now I'm going to color in these spaces, and I'm not using green. I'm going to use a variety of colors. Sort of like that one. Let's find some more fun colors. So pink. I'm making this up as I go along, guys. I hope you're. We're going to do a rabbit hole.
No.
No rabbit holes. No, no, no. Can you hear my? So if you can hear the scritching of my marker and the scritching of my pencil, why can't you hear my furnace coming on? Because so often you guys say you can't hear my furnace, and I'm just like, ugh.
Every once in a while I hear it, but not always.
Huh. I wonder what the difference is.
I'm going to have to go get my glasses adjusted. One of the babies decided she wanted them yesterday.
Oh, are they all fingerprinted up and smudgy?
Oh, they're out of whack.
Oh, no. So this could be a possibility. Like if you were doing a journal that was full of things with K, let's say. Something like this on the front, nice and big and wild. I'm not the greatest colorer in the world. I do manage to stay in the lines 90% of the time.
You see, that's one of my on one of my projects. I had to have an artist statement, and it was life's too short to stay in the lines.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Mine is creative minds are seldom tidy. But I'm sure you guys realize that if you come to my channel. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? The thing about pencil crayons, some of them come so pale, and some of them fill in so nice. Like the leads seem softer and harder. They're all Crayola, or 99% of them are Crayola. So I kind of like it with that piece of painty paper. Let's outline that. You know what? I think I'm going to outline that with a black marker because then I can doodle in it. Gritchy markers. My flourishes with markers are not fabulous. Good grief. But that's okay. I'm going to do some polka dots, like Jean said.
When I try to give some depth to my letters, I many times forget which side.
Oh, that's like when I'm doing those houses and painting the shadows in the windows.
Because see, I already screwed up here. It's supposed to be on this side. Oh well.
It happens. Yeah, my furnace is farther away, but I mean, it's not that far. It's probably 10 feet away from me from where I am. There is no wall between.
Mine is less than that, but it is behind a door.
Yeah, no. The wall between my area and that area has been removed. Okay, let's doodle in the with a white gel pen. I'm just going to doodle in each section because I can.
I have Prismacolor colored pencils, but I have had them for many, many, many years. I think I actually got them before they were crazy expensive. But if you ever go to a garage sale and you find, and I'm they're Barrel, Berol.
Yes.
Those are actually Prismacolors, early Prismacolors, and they are exquisite.
I've used barrel pencils in the past. Oh, I'm having fun now. Not that I wasn't having fun before, but you guys know what I mean. Let's pull out the gel pens. Orange with a dark orange.
Another thing that we did in creative, I don't know if you'd call it creative writing or whatever, is uh, make your own alphabet, like, for code kind of thing.
Okay.
Riley and I did that. It was so much fun. I still have it somewhere. I'm not really sure. It's in one of those safe places.
Yeah. I know about safe places. Thanks, Jan. Polychrome pencil crayons.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm happy. You know what? I don't color enough to have to have really fancy pencil crayons.
Yeah.
You draw small sunshine. If you don't have an eraser and pencil, you could do it with a post it. Awesome. Your own font? Yeah, I would love to create my own fonts.
I don't know that I could be 26 letter consistent though.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. Very good point.
I don't know what she was meaning with sunshine.
Yeah.
I have this picture in my head. And I'm
I was
going to
going to say,
see.
why do you have a duck on your paper? But it's the StreamYard duck. Oh, sorry, guys.
So I'm going to try something just because it's what I see in my head
Okay.
with what she wrote.
Down the rabbit hole we go. Oh, look at that. I like it. Yeah, okay. Okay. In the corner where the light is coming from helps with shadows.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I do that too. Sometimes. Most of the time I forget. But this is what I seen when you said that, so we'll see. We'll see if this is going to work. And sometimes you just have to hear something or see something and boom, there's the idea.
Oh, yeah. We're good for that here. We're good for getting ideas, feeding each other ideas. That's the one thing I like about this community. They're always so wonderful with giving us ideas to play. I have no idea where this pen came from. It's not marked. There's not a single mark on it as to what it is. It's just a solid plastic barrel. It's got a cap with a hole in it. No markings on the cap as to where it came from, but it writes once you get the dry paint blob off. And it's just a lovely pink gel pen. And just writes so smooth. It's just fabulous. If you guys ever see something like this, shoot me a message and let me know where they came from, because seriously, I would love more of these guys.
I had some in a donation that I packaged up, and I tried them on my hand, and I forgot to write down the title, so I need to go back out to the garage and see what they were. The name, not the title. And yeah, they really fine line. Oh, they were really nice.
A scrappy journal? All right. An attitude cat book? Excellent. Happy meals welcome? Okay, Sherry. Excellent. Good to know. Okay. I'm going to go over the marker lines with this here dark green gel pen. We'll see if I can actually do it smoothly, because it doesn't always turn out smooth the second time round. This is fun. This is just a big doodle. We like to doodle. We like to play. Oops, totally off the grid there. Oh no, Jean. That's like an extra line.
Oh no. Throw it away.
No, we know you like those extra lines because we can use them.
So this is what I saw when she said sun.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I could still do more. I could doodle around. I mean, you know, doodle on this and outline the sun, but I kind of like it just like this.
I like it too.
I don't think I have any paper. Oh, guess what? It's not scrap paper, but I have paper handy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have paper handy? Like, wait a minute.
Okay, there's got to be some scissors close.
I am having fun with this. I really still need to do something with this.
Mm-hmm.
Inadvertent prompt. Can't read. What the heck is that? Inadvertent prompt. Kimberly, you don't have weird cat stamps? You love a challenge? Oh, Sherry. You know what, Sherry? You and I should do a Winnipeg challenge and only use things from places in Winnipeg and do a page or something. I think that could be a lot of fun.
You want to see my pretty new pen I got?
You got a new pen?
Yeah.
It's like
It writes in 10 different colors.
we had those as kids.
I know, my daughter ordered a package of them. And I said, oh, those are so cute. She says, well, pick you out one. So I did.
Oh, those are what we wanted when we were 8, not cell phones, right?
Yeah. And I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I consider that to be Wonder Woman in pink.
Cool.
So,
That's awesome. We used to get those pens and you click them down. Ah, yeah, showing my age. It's okay.
excuse me.
Certainly.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to do it because I couldn't find the way to get them back up. And it's, I don't know. My daughter loves little collective junky packages and things like that.
That's awesome. The 4-color pens, yeah. Oh yeah, Art Junction. I wish I was more familiar with this vehicle we got. I don't drive often enough anymore. Because I would come in and grab you, and we could go to Art Junction and all kinds of places.
Now, I don't even know what Art Junction is, but it sounds like it's a place to be.
What Art Junction is say you're moving, so you've got all a bag of packing peanuts. Even you would take it to Art Junction, and what they would then package it up in smaller bits or leave the big bin. It's a place where you can drop off anything that you can create with. So restaurants give like old menus, the book cover things for their menus. They would give spoons. So you can go in there and get stuff for free because it's not going to the landfill, right? So they moved to a location on Main Street. Even better. Even better. Is it close to Malba? So anyway, you can go in and you can find a variety of things. Lots of people will take a painting course, decide they don't like it, they'll drop off their partially used paints. There go the hands. Look at that. I'm going to be self-conscious about it now. But no, like when I was doing the art therapy for that nonprofit, and since I had to purchase all the supplies myself, I used Art Junction an awful lot for that very reason.
A friend of mine posted today of an auction that's you can go view things today, but the auction's Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, first two pictures was a lot of dishes, and when you go to an auction, they get like the beer flats, the cardboard flats.
Yeah.
And they fill them, and you bid on the whole thing. Well, then the next picture was bukus, and I mean bukus of canvases.
Oh.
And then paints, tube paints, Grumbacher. I don't even know if these were acrylic or oils or whatever they were. Oh, but man, I was like, no, I can't. I have no place to put that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But
Hey,
it was
Maria.
very tempting. Hey, Malia.
Malia, I should have those things to you in the next day or so. I've got one more to strip, because I decided I detested the book page backgrounds.
So you're stripping?
I'm stripping because I scanned them in so they're ready to use. But all this book page junk around, I hate it. I hate it. So I am stripping it all out on the in a graphics program. And as soon as I get all those out, I will send them to you. They print so lovely on photo paper. Look at how nice and clear that is.
Oh, wow.
They're just happy on photo paper. The color comes out lovely. On regular printer paper, they're not so nice. I don't know how to get them nice. Ron's even doing some for me. So, yeah. So those are the fan trashy flowers. Anybody who is not familiar, Malia and Shelly Lynn are doing a sale on February 4th. It's a fundraising sale for Janet VB, sorry. And she's having some difficulties, so quite a few people have gotten together to help support. So I am doing a digi-kit of those things. Also, Anne, you asked where it is, and it's on Crafting Mama's site. Crafting Mamas, and I can't remember the time. Malia, can you put in the link? Are you blue? I don't have YouTube happening. Can somebody put in the link for Crafting Mamas and the time?
Is it already scheduled?
Yeah. But I
can
don't know if she's got it posted on her site or not. Okay, you can't see that. Thin white it is. We are playing with creative lettering today. So I'm making things up as I go along, and I'm sure that doesn't surprise any of you guys. See, you're using scrap papers too. I love that. Look at that lovely pea. Wait a minute. I never thought that would come out of my mouth. Oh, my goodness.
Yes,
So,
I figured if Kim could do it, I could do it.
of course you could. You've got the talent. You know. You don't have a graphic? Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Malia. Okay, so I think those need to be colored in a bright color, like maybe an orange.
And see, I'm not sure I want to color mine in. I like the black and white.
Yeah, well, I colored in those zippy things that I did, the arms of the K. Look, there go the hands.
Oh my goodness. Kim, how do you ever talk
I
with
don't
your hands?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my kids or watch when I'm talking to people in person. Do I really flail around like a stabbed fish? Okay, it needs something. What does it need?
Oh my goodness.
It
Maybe
needs
that's
something.
something on the top right there where I'm touching. Can you see?
Yeah, yeah. Over here?
No,
Oh,
the top part of the K.
over
Not the
here.
curly part, but the straight part.
This part.
Right. Something.
Okay. Oh, I have an idea. Well, thanks, Belinda. I have an idea.
Oh, hold on, everybody. We're in trouble now.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. It's okay, Jamie. Nice to see you. We're just playing creative letters today. I showed how I love doing this kind of words for my journals. And then we talked about bubble lettering. Jean has all kinds of stuff. If you get a chance to rewatch the beginning, Jean has done courses, etc. And she's got quite a variety, and she showed how to do some of her stuff. Of course, I like to use scraps, so I started mine with a scrap piece of paper. Jean also is doing that one with scrap paper, and then I'm just embellishing, playing. You know.
I think I'm done.
You think you're done?
Yeah, I'm not going to go all out like Kim does.
Well, what can I say?
That doesn't mean I won't do something more to it later.
I know. It's just kind of the way we roll, right?
Yeah. I tend to do the same doodles all the time. Even though they sometimes look different, I still do them.
Yeah, I probably buggered that up, but better. I think it needed to be snugged in tighter to the top arm.
Maybe. It
Well,
don't
then,
look bad though.
pardon?
It don't look bad.
Oh, Kimberly, what are you doing? Ah,
Uh-oh, I'm really worried about you now. You've used your whole name twice.
yeah, yeah. Oi.
I think my P is pretty now.
Bet you never thought you'd hear yourself say that either.
Nope.
There. Now it's both ridiculous.
Looks good. I like it.
Something different.
And by the way, I won't be here next Friday.
You won't be here next Friday? Okay.
No. My son's having his surgery Friday.
Okay. Well, that's been a while coming, so I can understand. All right, all right. Yeah, I think this one should have been snugged up, and instead of going out and down, I should have gone up. Learning curves.
But you know what? If you fussy cut it out, put it on something, you can cut that right out.
I can. I can. Or if I put into the program that I'm doing, I can just erase it right in the program.
Mm-hmm. What program are you using?
All I've got is Paint. Paint.net.
Mm-hmm. You might try Canva.
I was thinking that.
It's free.
Yeah, but the parts that I really want is like the removing backgrounds, etc. That part you have to pay for.
Oh.
So even though I could probably do the same thing in Canva as with Paint, use the eraser tool and do it. It would be still a lot of work, but yes, I could probably do that. Okay, what have I missed here? There's a guy, Vin Jiang in Australia on YouTube who talks about communicating. Hands are a big part of it. Yes, body language and hands, definitely big part of uh, communication. And Jamie says she's glad she's here. She's been putting off lettering, so it's perfect timing. And it says, taken out of context, that Jean comment could be a ticket to a shrink. Yeah, heard it here first. And Jamie says those are both awesome. Thank you. All right, so now I want to, you know what? Those ugly, swirly things are kind of growing on me. Maybe if I go over them with that scritchy green marker. I put it away, didn't I? Is it this one? We'll find out. I'll just go over it with this scritchy green and nope. That doesn't appear to be the one I used. But that's okay, it's still green.
Can you hear my marker?
No. Yeah, this one should have gone the other way, but that's okay. It's a learning curve, literally, because it should have curved up and down instead of just straight out. It's okay. All's good. We've got this.
If I keep coloring all this solid black, I'm going to have to get a new marker out.
Yeah.
Last night I sat here before I went to bed and I got all my doodle pens out and was testing them, and because some of them have been kind of like wanting to die.
Yes.
And I realized I was putting them in the container wrong. And I think I got them all working really well. So
excellent.
I have others to replace them because a big amount of the micron pens, the permanent ones, were gifted to me. But I want to use up the ones I have first.
Yeah.
That's not an easy task for me to do.
Yeah. I haven't been a big fan of the microns because I find that they just gum up so bad over paint.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I was doing just pen and ink drawings and doodles like I used to do way back when I was young and whatever, if I was just doing it straight on paper, they would probably last quite long, right? Isn't that what that Grisha Kim uses on Instagram?
I think so. You said back when you were young.
Uh-huh.
When last time I went to the doctor, I had, the lab works, just, your regular lab works. And I went in there and I put my arm down and he said, make a fist. And he kept looking at me because I was watching. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me.
No.
And he was feeling for the veins, and I'm like, yep, that's one thing I can say. I never have problems finding a vein. And he says, no, it's really right there. And he says, a lot of times when I have elderly people come in, I worry that I'm going to have trouble finding a vein. And I just kind of went, oh, I'm in that group now, aren't I?
Yeah. I am just. This isn't going to be a K by the time I'm done, obviously. Is that a paint pen?
Yes, I don't know which one's going to work better for me. They have been having their own mind lately.
I wasn't even looking. I just heard the noise and knew.
So I did 3 at a time. I shook 3 at a time. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's why it was so distinctive. I get it. I get it. I get it.
and it's still not. I can't find a white pen that I'm happy with, and I have more than enough.
I love these ones. It's a
That's what I'm.
signal.
Yeah, that's what I dug out. The paint pen usually needs 2 or 3 coats,
Yeah.
but sometimes this one does too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done with that. Okay. Tell me to stop now. It's done.
Less is more, Kim. Whoever said that was so wrong.
Ah, okay. I need another scrap of something. Let's do another letter. I got this fun stuff. Lop it off. Let's make it into that shape. And it's not straight. And guess what? I don't care.
You said that like it's a secret.
Look. Look at these beautiful pieces. They're going in the garbage.
Yay!
Yes, acrylic paint. I have problems with my crown pens going over acrylic paint. I don't use watercolor often. I bought some. I should be using them.
I love my watercolors.
I know you, and you do them so well.
I have several books that have just swirly watercolors or taped off watercolors or blotchy watercolors for me to doodle on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try something different I'd seen on Instagram. And I'm going to ask for an opinion here. I did, let's see. That's what I did in the waiting room waiting for
I
Aaron.
like that.
Yeah. And colored pencils.
I like that.
So this is watercolor, but this isn't watercolor paper. So it's a little bit streaky because I didn't wet it down. I did one on watercolor paper and it looks a whole lot better. But now I got a couple of these that I did. And now I'm in the decision of, should I outline each and do a design in each shape, or should I do an all over doodle?
Oh.
And that is the background.
Oh. Okay. Now I can see both of them.
Yeah, I do have 2 in the book, so I may do one way and one the other.
Because when we did that course, I don't know if you did this one. Oh, turn the light out. Oh, sorry. because that always has such a flare when it comes up. When we did that course, I'll find it. It's in my art journal someplace. We did the all over floral thing like this. That would look stunning on that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a retreat. It was an online week's worth of workshops. So I think something like that would look stunning on it. Or, of course, I love your single shape doodles. Hey, Stacy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We are playing creative lettering. Jean has a vision. I am just playing as I go.
I don't know that Jean has a vision. I do really kind of have a vision of me taking a nap today, but.
Ooh, naps are good. Where do I go from there?
This is how I get the white paint pens to work the best. I get a little pile of it from priming it, and then I go back and I draw it on, dip it into that little pile of paint. Kind of ridiculous, but it's what works the best.
Gotta do what works. I have no idea where we're going from here, guys. We will see. This is just a wing it, but it's kind of the way everything I do is a wing it. Oh,
That's what you should call your channel. Wing it down the rabbit hole.
you're right. That would be a great name for my channel. Winging it down the rabbit hole. Or wing it down the rabbit hole. Something. That's a lovely purple. Oh, look, this is a play school, but it's not going over any paint, so I can use it on this. Wow, sure doesn't have the depth of color. Yeah, I think I like the Crayola because so many of their leads are so much softer and they blend so nicely.
If I did not already have the Prismacolors, I would go with Crayola. And in a pinch, they are a decent watercolor too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're better than some of those generic-y kind. I don't know why. Well, Kim, you're doing the same thing, so never mind.
What?
You can't see mine. Pile of pencils. Pens. Right.
Well, I don't know. It's the way it works in my world. No rhyme or reason. I really like that. I have to admit. I'm a fan.
So, how many people are in here right now?
I don't know. I only have StreamYard up. I don't have what is it? YouTube running because I didn't want the echo.
Okay.
Do you have a plan?
I
I don't like
do.
those knobs on the ends now. Jean has a plan, guys.
There's 15 watching. So, do you remember when we made these?
No.
The envelopes?
Wasn't that just last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have all my envelopes covered.
Okay.
And I have a few pieces of scraps.
Uh-huh.
And I have this piece that I wanted to put over this. But that's not done. So I want to do a giveaway.
Awesome.
And yes, I will mail it to Canada.
Cool.
So I'm going to put a go in there, and everybody pick a number between 1 and 25. And when I put the go in.
Can I shout out a number? I'm not looking. I'm doodling.
Yes.
I'll write it down. I'll write it down on this piece of paper over here. Wait. On this piece of paper over here, I'll write it down. And you said between 1 and 25?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I wrote down a number. Have you said go already?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Stacy, you'll need to redo your number. Oh, Anne changed hers. And I will pick a number without going over. Just know that I'm pretty slow at getting things in the mail. There's a lot more people watching. Everybody's sleeping.
Maybe.
Lots of flips, lots of pockets, ready for you to embellish it however you want. I'll wait just a couple more seconds or so.
Everyone's sleeping? They could be.
We could be boring.
We could be.
Not us. Okay.
Okay, so if you guys don't trust me, then does Jean need to do a random generator?
You weren't going to put your number in?
Me, no.
Oh, okay.
That's cheating to me.
Why? I put mine in for your other prize.
That's okay.
Okay. I guess we will stop. Okay, do you want to show your number? Do you want me to do Siri?
That's my number.
Okay.
It's the number. 16. Closest to and not over. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Who got it?
It looks like Stacy.
Woohoo!
Does everybody else see that? Okay, Stacy, if you can, do you have her address, Kim?
Let me just look at the sheet here. Yes, I do. I've got Stacy's address.
Stacy, I will get that from Kim and drop it in the mail. I have 3 other things that needs to go in the mail, so it'll probably be next week, but because our little post office isn't open on Saturdays. What is? Let me rephrase that. For 2 hours. And
they're probably first thing in the morning, and who wants to get up that early and out on a Saturday, right?
yeah, actually it's from 11 to 1, but
Well, that's not true.
I usually find myself somewhere else. If Gary doesn't have to work, it's not uncommon for us to drive off somewhere and go eat lunch,
Yeah,
It's just one of those things that we do.
I get it.
Some
We
people
call it
think
going on put.
we're crazy to drive 3 hours to just go eat, but
Hey, we've gone 6 hours just for coffee. So I get it. Sometimes you just got to go.
yeah. And I'm wanting a trip to Roswell really bad, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is his on-call weekend, so probably we won't go anywhere, but you just never know. Because I know next weekend we'll probably be in Odessa because my son's surgery won't be outpatient like my daughter's was.
Okay.
Well, there, I think I'm happy with my Peter now.
Oh, we're just full of it today.
But
Congratulations, Stacy. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. I am just playing because sometimes you just have to do that with no rhyme or reason, really.
yeah. See, this is how I explain my name. When somebody will say Peters, because that's pretty common, I always say there's no S at the end of my Peter. My mother-in-law doesn't think it's funny.
I think it's funny,
So,
but I'm not your mother-in-law.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's like my dad when he was alive, and somebody would ask him about his last name. He goes, "It's Smith, but you spell it Boyko."
One of my children's teachers when we still lived in Kansas, her name was Mrs. Chubb. Was their music teacher. And I'm not a good speller, but I always remember how to spell her name. It was Tschop.
Wow.
But it was pronounced Chubb.
Interesting.
I shall return.
Okay. Folks, what have you got planned for the weekend? Anybody got plans? You went for ice cream? White Rock to Little Wet? Nice. Do you have lots of snow there, Marguerite? Like, I know so many people I find it very strange that we go for Slurpees or ice caps or whatever, and it's minus 40 out, right? So I get it. Welcome, Burn. swag. It's not something that often goes on here. Sometimes we just get a little bit silly, and we do have fun. We're just playing with creative lettering today. I'm making things up
Candy.
as I go along, and Jean, of course, uses lines and plans, and she's so organized compared to me. I love it. I think that's why we're a good foil for each other.
I think I found the right journal with the alphabet. I thought there were two, but so far I'm only finding one alphabet. There we go.
Look at those. Those are fun.
I don't know. I did it here thinking I'd have enough room, and I didn't. So, because not every page on the back side of this book is done. This was probably my very favorite journal I've ever made, and I can't seem to find. It was gifted to me,
Okay.
and I can't find it. It's a marker book,
Oh,
and things don't bleed through.
really? Isn't
Yeah,
that a lovely idea? Look at how beautiful that is.
they don't bleed through. That just amazes me. But this is just a bunch of the different things I've done. I mean, that's the first page in here. I tried to do a sketch and then watercolored it. This is my in-laws' tree in their backyard. It's my least favorite page. I was thinking there was another alphabet in here. That's one of my favorite pages.
What kind of paper is that it doesn't bleed through?
It's called marker paper.
Marker paper.
Yep. I guess there's only one alphabet in here. I was thinking there was two, though. I really, really did. That's another one of my favorites.
I love that one. I love those piles. What a lovely journal.
Yeah, this is, I think I've said before I was going to have my kids pick out which ones they want.
Right.
This one might not be in the pack.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Thank you, Tammy. It was fun. Yeah, I need to find that kind of paper again. I have found, a cheap version at Dollar Tree, and it was really nice for its price. I mean, it really did well. But I love this, hardbound book, and yeah, I don't know. The name on it is Crescent, but I have yet to find it.
Crescent.
I think it would work well with watercolor pencils.
I bet you it would.
Yeah, I have paint pens. This is watercolor. And I mean, it's just watercolor. It's not watercolor pencils, but.
And that didn't bleed through either.
My black markers don't bleed through. Now, I can't say that I've done Sharpies in any of these. I mean.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Probably because when I have big areas to color, I usually go for a Sharpie.
Yeah.
And I love this one. I don't even know what I did, but that's one of my favorites. It's just so simple. Oh, and then there's my holy pages.
I like those. I've been meaning to do that with something. I haven't decided what, but.
Did you notice the U?
It's a monster.
That's something else we should do, is make an alphabet monster set.
Let's do it. Anybody game? Play along with us? Sherry, where do you find that here? If you don't mind me asking. Like, do you get it at Dollarama or Staples, Michael's? Jamie's asking if you've done a flip through of that journal on your channel.
I don't know, but yeah, I could.
That'd be a fun thing.
Yeah, I might do that. I haven't put up a video for a long time, and a flip through would definitely be an easy one to start back up with.
It would. It would. I'm just coloring away. You found it at GNL, and it wasn't cheap. I've never been to GNL. I'm going to have to get up there. It's kind of hard to go places like that. Ron isn't a shopping kind of person, so we don't just go to random stores. We go for groceries or Home Depot and we come home. You know how that is. GNL. I'm definitely going to have to try that. But there's got to be somewhere else in Winnipeg that carries it, I'm sure. I hope. What about Artist Emporium? I wonder if Artist Emporium would have that. Alphabet Monsters, she says she has enough trouble with that. It is. You would be able to do them, Belinda. I am sure you'd be able to do them. You guys could all do them. Would we be doing them?
I don't know. I'm already starting.
What? Wait a minute. I'm still coloring here. Okay, we're going to be doing Alphabet Monsters.
We may have to do a whole day of that, but right now I just thought I'd try one.
All right.
See, I don't know. I couldn't do an A. It didn't hit me, but the B hit me. So.
Oh, I would like to do an A. Okay, new page. Grab a new page. That M can just wait. Although I like the M the way it is, I might not do anything to it. What do I want to use? Sharpie? Let's use a Sharpie.
This is a wonderful pen too, the Papermate Flare, but it's not permanent. So if you're going to do anything wet over it, it's not really good. But if it's black and white, and I actually have my pens separated in permanent and not permanent, so I don't have to think about it.
You know what I want to do another day of as well?
You're a little bit off screen.
You know what else I want to do a day of?
What's that?
Robots.
Didn't we do that once?
We did robots, but I've only got 8, and I want like 100 of them. You know how I operate. I can't just do... I mean, I've got over 100 monsters.
Oh, thanks, Stacy. I will go look for that.
Oh, you put up the site for that book? Oh, thank you, Stacy. I will have to go and look at that too. If I click on it, is it going to take me from this screen? Wonder.
Probably.
Wonder how.
You could copy and paste it into another.
Oh, maybe it will. Okay. No, it's not letting me copy and paste it. Well, that just bites. You know what? I'm just going to turn to the side here. I've got the cursor, guys. I know where my cursor is, and I'm just going to type that in.
Oh my God, I found it. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, and they're not, well, I don't know. They're not crazy expensive, but I don't know if these are the right ones or not. They have a lot of different drawing. I didn't Google or yeah.
Oh, Kim, if you knew how to spell, you would be dangerous. Actually, it's my typing that's a beast. All right, I've got it on my screen beside me. I will look at it after the live. Thank you very much, Stacy. You rock. All right. When we did our monsters, we used paint, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Awesome. I can't wait to check it out.
Me too. I'm looking forward to that.
The friend that bought it is an amazing artist. She's young, still in her 20s, and she ran across it and she said, "Oh, I got to get this for Jean." And it took me a while to fill it up, but it's one of the few purchase journals that I actually did fill up. It was easy to take with you. I think I've said before too that my husband likes to go to breweries when we're on vacations, and it's easy to stick in your purse, so I can do that while we're at a brewery because I don't drink really. It was so funny when I was sitting there waiting with my daughter in the getting ready. Every question that a nurse would come in and ask her, in my mind, I was answering it, for myself. Which, what made me remember that is they asked when she last had a drink, and I'm like, I always tell people I haven't had a drink for over a year. It makes it sound like I'm on the wagon. I don't really say that, oh, yeah, I haven't had a drink for a year, but I only drink one bottle of wine a year, if that. Not that I don't like wine,
Wine's good.
but it's one of the things they want me to stay off of for the vertigo.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that was not have to. That would be if they said it was Mariner's disease, but they didn't. But since I've stopped, it's been pretty. I don't have a caffeine either, so I have fake coffee, according to my husband's son and son-in-law.
Fake coffee.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I make a mix. I like cappuccino. I actually don't like the taste of coffee. I just like the cappuccino.
Oh, I love coffee.
And my mix is instant decaf, which is more true decaf, and um, instant milk, creamer, and Nestle Quick.
Oh, cool.
But it's really good. I decided to color. I'm so excited that I bought this little container for my colored pencils. I had one and it had my colored or yeah, my colored pencils and my ink tints.
Okay.
And I loved it, but I kept thinking I wanted something different. So I ordered another one, and this one has colored pencils and my drawing pens. And then the first one has watercolor pencils and ink tints pencils. So it's handy. It's not something I can carry around. It's not big, like carry around the house because you never know where I'm going to sit down and draw.
Yeah. See, this is the one I was talking that I take out with me. It's just a little zipper thing that I collaged. So it's got, I keep this in so I can put some pencils in there, erasers, whatever else I might
Yeah.
want to take along. But that's what I usually take when I go out and about. Then, of course, the lovely envelope thing that I made for all the things that I'm going to be doodling. And I found that bag of book page doodles that I need to put in here so that I can finish them. Yeah. So I've got my stuff that I
When I
can
take
take.
when I take stuff away from home, like if I'm traveling or whatever, I don't usually take any color, anything. It's always I take my black and white pens, and um, but at home I dig the colors out.
Yeah. Hey, Becca, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are playing creative letters. So we started with things that, this is the kind of lettering I like doing. I do bits of words and I cut them out and I put them in my journals. Of course, the bubble letters. Jean has a whole booklet of letters she did. Then we were playing creative letters, just making stuff up. Well, I was making stuff up as I went along. Jean has been doing some beautiful lettering and having fun. And now she's decided that we're going to do an alphabet of monster letters, monster alphabet. So I've got my A done.
You want to do the whole alphabet each, or do you want to do half of them and half of them me, and we put it together?
Ooh, that could be interesting to do that because that would be both styles then, right?
Uh huh.
I like it. So I've done the A, you've done the B, then I will do a C. Like we'll do it that way.
Okay.
Oh,
But
thanks.
mine are all on lined paper. Does that bother you?
No, because if we're going to scan them in, I can strip it down.
You're getting really good at this stripping stuff.
I know. I know. I'm getting better at stripping. So yeah, we're just kind of playing, Becca. You know how it goes. When I was playing with these ones, I wanted to use scrap paper to add because I love scrap paper. So I figured if I did this kind of shape, built in alphabet where they all have like that shape, something in it. But
And I did one.
yeah, but I like it. You know what? I like it with the scrap paper. I mean, the rest of
I
it
did too.
didn't match a Tinker's darn, but you know, stripping and Peters. What's going on today? I don't know. Jean was talking about she, has a beautiful P. Like, I don't know what we're doing today, guys. I just don't know what we're doing. So you're doing yours quite blocky. I thought I was
Yeah.
doing C.
Oh yeah, you were.
It's okay.
That's okay. I'll go to D. I can cut. I can do something with that another time.
So yeah, we're just kind of playing around today, visiting and doing, and hoping other people are playing with letters as well. I was hoping Jean would teach me some fancy doodling letters, but we got carried away and I was doing my own thing, and you know how it goes. I don't know if that's a robot or if that's going to be a monster. We're supposed to be doing monsters. Like, he doesn't look like my robots.
But
Well,
just
maybe he does a little bit. Oh
can
my
be
God.
a creature.
Yeah, creature letters, because those are my robots. Scrap paper, darling. Me and my scrap paper. So I did scrap paper robots. If I'm just doodling letters, I don't know. Is he a robot or is he a monster, guys?
He could be a robotic monster.
He could. He could. Hmm. All right. So I'm doing C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. C. C is for cookies.
My D's looking back to see what's going on.
All right. That works. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Belinda says it looks like a robot. Well, I don't know. See, I'm not as good at doing this as I am taking scraps and doing things. This is stretching me, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I was going to say do it your way, but if it's stretching you, then do it this way. It's awful quiet.
It is very quiet. Something wrong with us.
I know.
I have a plan. Run, run.
Mine isn't going to be able to be cut out very easy.
Mine either.
So maybe we should do our whole alphabets.
What do you mean do our whole alphabet so that we've got every letter on the page?
Yeah, well, I'll never get all mine on as big as I'm drawing, but
Me neither.
because like I just did his eyebrows and they're not on him,
Yeah.
and the eyelashes. He's not a creepy monster.
Yeah.
Which kind of saddens me.
Well,
I really wanted a creepy monster, but that's okay. Now he's a SpongeBob SquarePants kind of guy.
It's amazing how I had a vision and then it's like, oh, you should have colored that before, or you should have used a green marker before. So I don't know that the green is showing up very well over the black marker. I'll hold it up right away and then you guys can maybe see where I'm trying to go with this. How was your trip, Becca? Monbot. Monbots. There we go. We're making up words again today. Today. I like making up words. They can be cut with a small white border around them, put onto black cardstock. You know, Belinda, you're right. They can. They can. Um, and that's what ran me into trouble with those fan trashy flowers that I did. That I really didn't like the book page border. That's why I'm stripping it all out in the paint program because it didn't do for me what I wanted it to, or it wasn't what my vision said it should look like. Oh, is that your phone?
Yep.
It's your granddaughter?
No, it's a text. She's in school today.
Ah,
She's been calling me in the evenings after her little brother goes to bed so she can tell me about her day because she's having friend problems,
yeah,
and it just breaks my heart. I want to go kick some butt, but
I know. It's
not my
really hard.
place.
It's hard. It's hard when they're not close to you, distance wise.
Yeah. But every time I'd say, you want me to go beat him up? And she'll say, no, that's where my daddy gets it. I said, well, you just got to say the word and I'll go do it. And, it makes her happy a little bit again.
Yeah, because it means that you love her, right? That it's.
And speaking of love, I have to tell you that when I got to Odessa I went the day before because we had to get up and go to the doctor or the hospital by 5 o'clock in the morning, which was stupid because they didn't open the dang doors until 5:30. But at least we got to get the puppy. So, anyway, um, I got there about the time my grandson gets out of school,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing the gifted program at the junior college where he's taking college courses too on
Oh,
top of
excellent.
it. And I called him and I said, where are you? And he says, well, I'm still at school. And I said, yeah. I said, are you about out? He says, well, I'm getting ready to do part of this tutoring class. And I said, oh, okay. And he says, are you here? And I said, yeah. And I said, you want me to pick you up? He goes, yes. And he says, Grandma, I love you.
Awesome.
And I know he was in a class with other people.
Yeah,
So excited that he was willing to still say, I love you, Grandma.
that's awesome.
I was pretty excited.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, definitely. I don't know if this looks like the way I wanted it to. Do those look like eyebrows?
Eyeballs?
Eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah, that is almost creepy, Kim.
All right. Almost.
It's so it's so creepy. It's cute.
He is cute. I think I need a couple of bloodshot ones, though. I need a really, really fine red gel pen.
And see, you wore off on me because I'm coloring my monsters,
Oh,
my alpha monsters.
okay. So a couple of them are bloodshot. I like it. Like that. Now we need those little white sparkle things in the eyes. I see you, and I love you. I like it. Fun, fun, fun. That's fun. I wanted them all looking different directions. Haven't decided if those are little feet or antennae or hairs.
Now, see, I saw it as like a centipede with all, and the, I'm starting to point again at the screen at the top of the C. That's the lead, and the others are following, and those little legs just are all going all over the place.
Trying to keep up. Yeah. Oh, have a good weekend. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, Candy.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, now that they've got the dots, they look more like eyeballs.
I thought they looked pretty good.
I really wanted the body to look more green, though.
My eyes are not seeing these tiny spaces very well.
Yeah, it's kind of. I get you. Well, green colored pencil over black marker kind of tints it. Doesn't do great. How about, I bet you if I took that green, this ink, wherever it is, this green ink. Oh, the legs extend out to grab things, or you. Do they need little fingers? Let's see. What are we doing here? We're looking for a wooden ink tray thing. You know, I've got wooden ink tray things. They were stacked up. They're hiding. They're hiding. This is what happens when you clean your desk. The fingers pop out. The fingers can pop out. Let's just put it in there. When in doubt, use ink, correct? Oh, bit messy. All's good. Scratch pen and a nib.
I don't know what I want to do to the top of my D.
I don't know. You're clothing yours, not clothing on mine. I got naked letter monsters.
I don't know. This is just what's happening. I'm not intentionally doing it. Maybe. I don't know. thinking this is a dog. So I think I'm going to give him a long, floppy ear.
Not sure that this green is showing over the black either. Well, we'll just continue outlining these eyeballs in green, and it will be what it will be. Maybe I'll go over the legs in green too.
Now I don't like the ear, so.
You don't like the ears?
No, we're going to see what we can make out of that.
Nicole Relax Cut Glue, her washi tape color glue book, which is a composition book, looks fun. Oh, cool. I don't think I've watched her. I've heard of her, but I don't think I've ever watched. You know, it's really hard to watch everybody's lives and get around and, because I'll go to other people's lives, but I'll be, it's like company for me. It's not often that I actually watch. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I don't get to too many.
I feel bad about it because, Oh, I like the little legs in green. That looks much better. Still not sure that you can see the green on the body. And I was actually thinking these would be eyelashes. But I like the idea that they're legs. Yeah, he's creepy. I like it. You guys are such good influences on me. I have no idea how much I appreciate the ideas that get thrown out here. Or, not that they're thrown out, but fed to my rabbit brain, squirrel brain.
I'm going to try my fancy pen here because I got little bitty lines to fill in. Oh, yeah. So I hope Wonder Woman.
Cool. I hope some of you guys are playing along and trying out some sort of lettering thing or other. I'd really like to learn how to do calligraphy. I've been saying that for about 20, 30, 40 years. I did have a calligraphy set and I did play with it years ago. But it I never kept up with it. But I think should be something that I should learn because I would like to put, I like the sayings and things that I put into my rude books, but my lettering isn't the greatest, my hand lettering. Okay, Belinda. Okay, I greened him. Let's see. Can you see that he's green?
A little bit. Legs, you can.
Yeah, the body still is not. That black just sucked that green right up. Well, okay, so he's green and black. That's okay. I think he needs a beard. No beard. So I get to do the E?
Mm-hmm.
E. Yeah, consistency. That's the big thing. I am not consistent. Do I want to do a small e or a capital E? Hmm. I'm going to do a small e. Okay, how do you draw tentacles? They've kind of got like a circle. I got it. I got it.
I can say you could draw them any way you want to.
So they've got a bit darker center. Darker center. I don't know what you are, but you're going to be a dark center.
Who would have ever thought I'd pick up this ink pen to color with?
Sometimes you just got to use what you got.
Yeah, it's handy and it's more finer tipped than my colored pencils are. The colored pencils really, really need to be sharpened.
Oh, I know. Mine too. But still, I'm still fighting with that. They've been dropped on the floor so many darn times that I sharpen them and the leads break.
They say you can put them in the microwave. I haven't ever done that yet,
You
but
know what? I won't put any wood in my microwave. The reason being is Ron dries wood in the microwave. So the day that we were doing the food prep for my daughter's wedding, my girlfriend and I were in the kitchen and he was turning mushrooms and he dried it in the microwave and the whole house filled with smoke. So I won't put wood in my microwave anymore. I won't. No, no. That was absolutely hilarious when it happened. Well, it wasn't then because, trying to get stuff done, but whatever. Well, that doesn't look like tentacles, but that's okay. Don't drop pencils. I know. See, these pencils that I've got, though, Marguerite, I used to teach kids art and I also did like an art therapy program. So I'm just still using up a lot of supplies from those things.
so my D is a tattooed monster.
Your D's a tattooed monster.
Yeah, I made that squiggly ear and didn't like it, so I just made squiggly lines and then colored them all different colors.
All right.
I have to say that drawing on the lined paper is helping keep things, level.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to pencil something here just to see.
Do. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I'm glad you think we're inspiring. Wax baked pencils, not charcoal graphite. Oh, okay. I just, when I think pencil, I think like these things. Jamie figures we're inspiring, Jean. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I hope that you guys take something away when we're just in our own little world doing these crazy ideas that we come up with. Yeah, I don't know that those look like suction cups. I think they're not 3D enough. They need to have like another like this around it. Not all the way. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I like this any better. Well, might not look like suction cups, but that's okay. They don't have to be suction cups. He could just have a polka dot body. Right. I think this guy needs some rosy cheeks. And maybe a nose. Oh, look. Let's just do this. Kind of a nose. Yeah, it's really hard not to drop pencils when kids have been using them. I think he needs some ears. They can be green. No, they gotta be pink.
Yes.
Okay, there's my E.
Oh, that's cute. I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what I want next. So
Is that a booger hanging out of his nose? No, it's a
that's
tongue.
his tongue.
His tongue.
Those
Okay.
2 holes are his nose.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Beauteous.
I decided I thought I should do a little bit of shading.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Because I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of drawing a blank on what I want to do with him. This one reminds me of SpongeBob. I don't know why. And this one reminds me of another cartoon, but I'm not. I can see him, and it's not a real good cartoon. It's on the Cartoon Network, I think. It's kind of a grown-up cartoon. I can't think. I don't really watch that kind of stuff, so I don't know. Gary would know.
Yeah. Wow, our styles are so different. I love it. Okay, do I want to do a capital G? Ooh, that could be fun. Let's do a capital G.
I found a regular pencil. I'm so excited. I like that much better than that mechanical pencil.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, he looks so much prettier with a little bit of shading.
Shading adds so much, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just can't think of what to put on. I want them to be kind of a doodle monster.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going. And I just can't. I knew the tongue and I knew the eyes, and that's just about as far as I could get. I think I will put the H down. I think I'm going to do a small H because it's going to have a hump. I'm seeming to like the humps, can you tell?
All right. I don't know what I like. I like the challenge, is what I like. Hi, Judy. Welcome. How are you today? We are playing creative lettering today. And now we got sidetracked on doing monster alphabet, which is fine because we like that kind of thing. Hmm. White. Where's my white pencil? Well, that's annoying. There we go. I got them in a bin so that I can see them. I used to have them separated by colors, but we all know how well that lasts in my world. Well, I'm glad you're good. I don't know what color this monster is going to be, but let's do an orange. I don't think I've done an orange monster yet. Hope you guys aren't too bored watching us do this. We can't seem to get in a zone and
Yeah,
just happens. We just do.
that's right. Is that your sump pump?
That's my furnace.
Oh,
I know. Brutal. I was trying to do that video for the Valentine's Day hop that I'm doing, the
uh-huh.
pre-recorded video. So I was using the program that I have on my computer that goes with the camera, etc. And I
Uh-huh.
think that the microphone that picks up is the one from my camera, not the one that I use for this. You
Uh-huh.
could hear the furnace, you could hear every little creak and crack and whatever happening. It was absolutely nasty. Nasty, I tell you.
You're right. I'm putting clothes on them. It wasn't intended to be that way, but that's how it's coming out.
Well, that's okay. Monsters need clothes too. See, now I'm losing stuff in the midst of all this stuff here.
This monster's got overalls and a tie on.
That is awesome.
Oh, now I got to put some pattern somewhere in there.
That's awesome. I love them.
I really like him too.
I noticed that our peeps aren't naming anybody. Dobby. Here we go. Dobby.
Which one's Dobby?
Is Jean's monster Dobby? I feel like Dobby is actually a cartoon character.
Well, I personally love Dobby. After I seen the movie with him in it, I was like, I want a Dobby.
You want a Dobby?
I do. I want to do something here. Now I'm thinking too hard. From Harry Potter, yep. My daughter went to Universal Studios for my grandson's birthday when they were living in Virginia, and she brought back for me a little pin that says "Free Dobby." Well, at least my monsters are colorful.
They are. Mine are pretty boring.
I don't think so. I think your C is my favorite.
Yeah, I think so too. The ICU monster.
So which one should be Dobby?
Oh, thanks, Judy. This is not how we started the day.
Well, I decided if you can go in a rabbit hole on the other days, then I can go on one too.
You can.
Oh, now he looks like a prisoner. Striped socks on here.
But I like him.
I do too. I just don't know what I want to do, and I hate to do anything and screw up where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that way very often. But I like him well enough that I just need something up here. I'm thinking yeah, I don't have enough room to put a tin cap on him.
No. What about a beret or a toque?
I don't know what that is, but I can put a baseball cap on it.
What do you guys call toques? Beanies? Those knit or crochet?
Can you see that outline? I think I can put a like a ball cap.
Okay, yeah. You love the rabbit holes? Yes. Me too. I admit it. I do admit it.
Yes, a beanie. That's just what he needed. Now I've got to work it out so that the line for his head is part of the design and doesn't look like I drew it backwards.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I understood that.
Let's see. Let's try this. There, that works. And it's going to be red and blue striped.
Hmm.
You know, when I started using these pencils, I was putting them back in their container, and then I need that color again, and I didn't know which one it was. So now they're laying back out on the table beside me.
Chef Boyardee. Yeah. Okay, there's my G.
Cool.
Oh, I've got the letter I. Oh. Well, I can do a letter I. Your friends make me want to get out my pencils and paper and make creative letters. Oh, please do. Please do. Yeah, Dobby was a house elf for the Mayfoys, but which letter of Jean's or Kim's are you naming Dobby? Gee whiz. Gee whiz. See? Anne is coming up with names. I love it.
Yeah.
So, this is I see you. Let's do it in something I can see.
I'm going to have to come in here and color on this. Fix all the parts I'm not liking, that I'm not getting colored fully, you know.
Yeah.
When I've given my eyes a little break. Well, I don't know why, but I think that his pants have to be
Gee
blue.
whiz. Belinda. Gee whiz. I did the G.
Oh yeah.
It's his name. I. Hmm. I. See, I knew. Oh, thanks, Judy. I just, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, guys, I know. Here come the comments. I know you guys want to comment. There you go. Oh, you were distracted by Howard? Hi, Howard. It does need a lift. Let's use. I'm just reaching in here blindly. He's gone now? Okay. Oh, look. Hold out green. Well. Hey, Beth, welcome. Nice to see you. We are playing creative letters.
That turned into monsters.
Yeah. So we're just kind of playing and having fun. Jean's doing half the alphabet and I'm doing the other half. So
$5 says that before we're completely done, that we've both done went in there and done our whole alphabet. What do you think?
Pardon? Missed you.
I think that I'm going to bet you $5 that we end up each making our own alphabet.
Oh, probably.
Because Kim can't have anything incomplete.
Pardon me? Have you seen my side desk?
Unlike me, who still hasn't finished the alphabet ATCs.
Oh, my alphabet ATCs are done. My rainbow journal is not because I've chopped it up and doing all little journals out of it now. What else have I not finished? Darn near everything. Darn near everything. Although I have finished my scrap, what are they? Snippet strips. And did I show you this, Jean? Did you see this? Lovely little
No.
wooden spool. So now I have to do fabric ones because I'm not a big fan of the paper on here.
Uh-huh.
But so of course it's prototype. Ron did 2 of them.
Cool.
And because it is just 2x4, it the ends are very weak. He said if you drop it, it's going to break. So of course I had to drop it to test. So I did break the other one. He's got it out in the shop gluing it. But yeah, so he's made me some wooden spools.
Cool.
And asks if you've got me confused with someone else. Too many marker fumes, maybe? Well, I do get some little things complete. Like my bits get complete, but my other things,
What color should his body be?
I don't know.
He's quite a colorful character. I'm thinking maybe orange.
Mm, or purple.
Beth said orange just at the same time I did. So I think we're going with orange.
Okay,
It just happens to be my favorite color.
it does.
And it goes with this lime green and yellow.
Jinx. I totally did it wrong. Okay, doesn't matter. It's the idea that counts, right? Those don't look like tires. But I'm fine with that. I think this one's more like a robot as well.
We could just call them our alphabetic creatures.
We could.
I love my F.
He is very cute.
He is very cute.
Very, very cute.
I know his tie turned out good, didn't it, Belinda? I was really surprised. I'm not really a drawer. I don't like that I see little white spots in my color. It's driving me crazy. But I really can't see to fix it because I've been on the computer too long, you know?
Yeah.
Alphabotics.
Alphabotics.
I'm writing that down.
I love it. See, our peeps are the best. Alphabotics. I love it.
There we go. Alphabotics.
Well, but the thing is that if I was doing robots, I would be using scrap paper.
Taking you out of your comfort zone. I mean, this is just a silly thing we're doing, and I can't believe that I'm taking the time to shade and
I know. You know, Jean, I was thinking that the other day when I was doing like the fan trashy flowers and all the shading I did and the doodling, and really it's crazy.
I'm gonna put these in Canva and hopefully can get the background lines out. But if not, then it's gonna stay that way. Because I don't really care.
Yeah. Sounds like a learning program to teach the kids the alphabet. It does. We are, you know what, Beth? I'm definitely in my second childhood and I like it here. I really have to admit, I like it here.
I'm not thinking this is my second. I'm thinking it might be the third.
Shh. I don't think I've ever grown up. But that's fine too.
And I'm so happy I found this regular pencil because I don't even know it's a HB, but it's just perfect for shading.
Oh, that's awesome when that happens. Yeah, Beth, I could see that you would feel the same way I do for that. We are very, very similar when it comes to our creating. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
That's right. Nobody can tell us to quit and go to bed.
That's right. That's
And we
right.
can go to bed when we want to. If it's so 10:30 in the morning and we want to go to bed, we can.
That's right. New children's book. Oh, that could be fun. We should do that. We should, you know what? That would be a wonderful project for us to do, guys. Is if we did, each of us, I'm throwing this out there, each of us did a kid's alphabet book, do the pictures and the letter on the page and some sort of little blurb, and donate it to like a nursery school, or you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be, I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to put a mouth on this guy somewhere. Maybe he's just got a little O mouth in the middle here.
Now this is really, 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 really strange for us.
What?
You have AC. You have almost 5 done,
Yeah,
and I'm just getting ready to start my 4th one. I'm always ahead of you.
you are. This is a very strange day.
Yeah,
But to be honest, you weren't feeling so well today.
this is
So
true.
so I can understand that, if you're not up to it. Turn off your computer, tell me what to do. So now he just rolls over. Perfect.
I'm liking these little round googly eye looking things on them too.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't envision how to do a capital E. So it was this, or I'm probably going to do a small J as well.
I get J.
You get J? You
Mm-hmm.
do get J. I get a K. Cool.
Yeah, no, worked out pretty good.
That did work out really well.
My F is really a small F,
It is.
and my H is small.
It is. Oh, my
Maybe
other
I'll
one.
do when I go back to make the rest of the alphabet. Maybe I'll do a small A and it won't overwhelm me because he
My
looks a little
C.
stiff.
My C could be a small C.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a small K. Hmm.
Okay.
You know what? I might even just write it a small K.
Ooh. Now I
Okay.
see that is gonna be fun.
I wish we would have done this bigger because I feel that I could get much more detailed if it was bigger.
Yeah. Well, mine is pretty big.
Hmm.
I got a thing with tongues today.
That's good. I got something with all these sticky out hair things.
My H is happy.
A happy H. He is a happy H. Look at him.
Yes.
Hmm. I'm drawing a blank. Sort of.
This is really weird because my H is happy and his little part here is hollow.
Ooh.
Well, I've given him all hands, so I guess he needs hands too. For being monsters, mine are just like creepy. I mean, characters. They're not so much monsters.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what mine are. They're characters. Definitely characters too.
He's happy when hollow with hands gonna give you a hug. God, save me from myself.
Okay, so now what? This.
Oh,
That look like a mouth, guys?
oh yeah.
Oh, that's cute. See, you got hanging ball things now too.
Oh, Beth says, Jean, you're hilarious. Oh, I don't know. It's just, I love this. This is exactly what I needed today, Kim. This is what I
Excellent.
needed.
Excellent, excellent. I'm glad. I like the fact that we can just lose ourselves with this. You know?
Yeah. I don't know if I got enough room for my J over here.
I think this dude's only going to have one big eye over here. This could be a green eye. It's a green-eyed monster. I have another green-eyed monster. Oh, look. Most of them have green eyes.
Green is your color today then, huh?
Yeah, green isn't my favorite color by any means. So this is weird.
And blue's not my favorite. There's blue, blue, blue.
Blue's my favorite color. What are we going to do here? What color are we going to make this monster? Probably blue.
Can you tell that my little F has on plaid pants?
I like it. Well, if you look really close, this G has fishnet stocking. I tried to do fishnet stockings.
Oh, yeah? I can see that.
Yes. Okay. I think if we finish these letters that we're doing, we could call it a day because this has been 3 hours. Time just zipped by us here. What do you think?
I think probably. I'm starting to yawn. And I've sat still long enough that my toes are cold.
Oh dear.
So
We still have work to do later as well.
maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah. Don't know what this is. This upper part of the K.
So I'm not going to be able to put my J over here because Mr. Happy is going to have a balloon.
Yay for balloons! See, not only is she dressing them, she's accessorizing them.
He just needed a balloon. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it just happens that way.
It does. It does.
Okay, that looks so much better. If you see, I've outlined the eyeballs with red. They make them much creepier.
Oh, yes.
Okay, now I'm doing that to all of them because they gotta be a little bit creepy because they're supposed to be monsters. Can't do that with my ICU though. And this one's got one big hairy eyeball. Like, there's really no rhyme or reason to that. Hairy eyeball. Lonely worm. I don't know what that is. No idea what that is.
I have not had this much fun with such nonsense. Absolutely.
I like that you're having fun with nonsense. I do. Sometimes you just need to do this, right? Like,
Yes.
it's just what needs to happen.
I'm in trouble now. I'm using multiple colors to get different effects.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is my art piece.
Well, that's what we do. I don't know what that is. It looks like he's biting his leg. Doesn't it look like he's biting his leg? Or it's
No, his mouth is in front of his leg. He needs eyelashes.
Eyelashes? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm going to give him. We'll just reach in here and grab this. Oh, it's another reddish something. That's what we're going to get for eyelashes.
You know what this tells me is that I need to get other supplies out and use them. Because until I put these in something that I could tote back and around, I really didn't use my colored pencils. And I like colored pencils.
Yeah. That's just it. Some things are out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's got funky eyelashes. Whoops, sorry, guys. Still don't know what that tall part of the K is. Maybe I'll put nostrils on it and it'll just be a big upstanding nose.
Hold it back up again.
Is it focused? No.
No, it doesn't look like a nose.
It almost looks like it should be doing the splits and then that third leg's.
No, it could be his arm sticking up and he's cheering,
So he needs a pom-pom?
Oh, yeah, that would be good. Because his head's tilted and his legs are down and that one arm is up. The other arm is supporting his skinny leg.
Okay, we're putting a pom-pom here.
Go team K.
Oh, no. We don't do red and green, Kim. We don't do red and green. That does not happen in your world. Oh, look how fine permanent marker this is. Look at the tip on this marker. Where did I get those? Here at the way back.
Maybe you're at that age you need to start writing things down.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
You want to do more birds? What kind of birds? I love doing birds. I did birds on Tuesday. Went down a rabbit hole. I was supposed to be doing clusters and ended up doing birds.
Well, at least we're still in the lettering. Even though we did kind of go in the rabbit hole.
Does that look like a pom-pom?
Yes. Go team!
Woohoo!
Yeah, we make our little books and we put captions on each one.
Yeah. So
this
now
is like Happy Hollow Henry wants a hug. I don't know.
Happy Hollow Henry wants a hug. Watercolor bird? Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw those birds you did. Those are gorgeous little birds. Dirty birds? I haven't done dirty birds. Goonie birds, yes. And then I did those little bird cards wherever I put those. That was the rabbit hole I went down on Tuesday.
See, the difference with you liking to use the scraps is I don't save my scraps.
I know. And I'm really trying hard to throw scrap stuff out now.
But if you look at it in the fact that you have X amount of paper, if you need scraps, you can make them, and you're still not going to run out.
I know, but
that's how I tried to do it.
But if I'm doing one of my floral cards, right? If I'm doing, say, this floral card, you did stick people for the sequence plan? Cool. I don't want to use a whole sheet of paper when I'm cutting out these little pieces of flowers, right?
Yes, but you could just set your size as like you don't save anything under a quarter sheet of paper or something like that.
Oh, a quarter sheet of paper is a lot of paper yet, Jean. No.
I can see your tombstone. I want my paper.
Yeah. What did you do with that scrap paper? I don't know. Okay, so what have we accomplished today? I showed how to do those fun words. That one's not finished coloring. Now I've scribbled all over it. We did bubble letters. Jean did her lovely lettering with her beautiful P.
I did this.
And she has no S on her Peter.
And then I did this, but didn't finish it. And then I did my funky and sunshine and my pretty P. Mm-hmm. And I love my Peter.
That's right.
I really like this. My granddaughter's gonna want this page. I know she is.
Oh, probably. It's a beautiful page. Yeah. I like that idea, Beth. A new art show. Save that scrap. A 1-inch triangle? Yeah, see, I would have saved that probably. Well, maybe not fabric. I'm not as picky about fabric as I am about paper. So I did the K, and then I did the M because I wasn't following any rules. I was just playing around, being a little bit creative. And then we got into these.
Yep.
Those.
I have just loved, and the funny thing is I'm doing it on just paper, not even thinking doing it in a book or anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just using copy paper because I didn't want to use book page, which I love using because there's always so much book page around. I just don't want to have to clean up around it again, right?
Yeah.
I seriously have no idea where those little bird tags went. Those little cards that I did on Tuesday. I bet you they're over here. They are, because I wanted to scan them in, but they're too bent. Just want to show the ladies the finished ones because I don't think I finished them all on stream. Yeah, that would work wonderfully for a composition book journal. See, when I took the picture of them, guys, the color went all stupid. I have no idea why. The ladies helped me with these. These were supposed to be clusters. We were working on clusters on Tuesday. So my idea was to take a scrap of masterboard, and I asked what I should put on it, and they said birds. So we got a little bit carried away. Pardon me. I got a little bit carried away. And these clusters turned into this, you know, because
There's
then it
some
was,
clusters.
they are still clusters. They're collage cluster critters or something. Yeah, we went down the rabbit hole because then it was like put a frame around it and then, put it on a book page.
Cluster critters.
And then we had a little bit of difficulty because they were saying black around or black at top. It took us a while to figure out how to do the frames because the lovelies all helped me. They talked me through these guys. And I so appreciate this. So now I have to do an entire series of these. You know how it goes. But I
Yeah.
love these guys. So I will continue on with these. I don't know when I'm going to get them done, Jean, but I will send them to you
Okay.
so that we will have an entire alphabet.
Well, I think when I get back on this, I'm just going to do the outlines of all my alphabets and then come back in and do the details.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to be fat and puffy like this.
Yeah. Mine are mashed, mix and mash. Match.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm going to end up with the other half of the alphabet too. Because
Yeah.
I love them so much.
Yeah. It's just the way it may go, right? We may just
Yeah.
continue adding. Okay, we'll each do an alphabet of beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Alphabetic. Alphabetics. Because they're just critters.
That's right.
I think I'm going to call mine alphabetics because of my Kimbits lines.
Oh, there you go.
Do you mind if I change that, Anne? I don't. I think it's two B's. Alphabetics.
Yeah, I think we're quitting at the right time. I'm not really. The eyes are saying, don't you think you should do something else?
Yeah. Oh, look. I love your little happy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great name and on brand. Well, I don't know. Yes, they're on brand. They'll go great with my Kimbits and my Kimbots. So I guess I could have done, but no, these are more critters than um, robots, right? They're whatever. Anyway, alphabetics for me. Thank you guys all for being here. Thanks everybody who will watch replays. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I will be back on Sunday going live at 12:45. Thank you so much, Jean, for dragging me down the rabbit hole. You noticed I wasn't kicking and screaming. I
I
went
know.
more than willingly down the rabbit hole with you.
I know. It was a pleasant fall.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys. Really
Thanks,
appreciate you
everyone.
for being here. Have a wonderful evening and great tomorrow. And I will see some of you Sunday. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, look, I lost the cursor. There we go. Found it. Take care. Thanks, guys.